Welcome back to Houston Life. In honor of civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Foley and Lardner law firm hosted their 28th annual MLK Oratory competition last week, featuring 4th and 5th grade finalists from HISD.
Yeah, the competition has always been a great way for the students to showcase their writing skills, their speaking skills. Claude Treece is a partner with Foley and Lardner, and he has chaired and emceed the event since the very beginning. So we're so happy to welcome Claude to Houston Life. All 28 years, is that right?
That's right, and thank you very much for having us on. We appreciate it.
Okay, so what keeps you coming back year after year?
It's just a wonderful event. It's probably my favorite day of the year to see the kids perform and to inspire us so much and to give such exciting speeches and for them to get as much out of it as they do. And for the community, you know, it's a great event for the community as well. So we just love it.
Claude, take us back. 28 years, that's a long time to chair and MC an event. I know these events are a lot of work for you, and I know you're very passionate about it. How did it all begin?
Well, it actually began, we had a Dallas office, and they had been doing it for about a year or so, and they said, you know, you ought to try this in Houston. And we said, okay. And we called up the school district, and they said, well, okay. And we had 8 schools the first year, and they were really, really good. And then word about it began to spread among the schools, the teachers, the principals, the kids, the parents. And we got a little recognition like this, which is really nice for, you know, for the kids. And so it kind of became more competitive, and it just has caught fire. And now we have over 20 schools every year, and competition that is really exciting, very, very close. Hardly any separation at all between the finalists.
Wow.
And really great speeches.
Well, I'd imagine people in the audience are getting inspired, and then you said word of mouth, it just spreads. People say either I can do that or I would want my kid to do that. Is there a winner for the, is there something that the kids win if they, you know, are a finalist or if they win the whole competition?
Yes, the 12 finalists all receive a monetary gift. The winner, the number one prize winner, receives $1,000. Second place, $500. Third place, $300. All the others, $100. They all receive a gift pack that we give them an iPad and some other goodies.
Wow.
So, you know, we want them to feel like, hey, I accomplished something here, and I am a winner, and I deserve some recognition. And I think they all walk away feeling that way.
We just saw some video of the actual event. So young people are tasked with not only writing a speech, but delivering it in front of a crowd,
right.
Which can be nerve-wracking, right? And you can tell that these young people are very talented and very good at what they're doing. The topic for this year was, how would Dr. King reflect on the 60 years since his I Have a Dream speech? So every single year, Claude, there's a different theme, right? And what are you really hoping these young people get out of this competition?
Really, we want them to reflect on Dr. King. The whole idea for the event has 2 purposes. One is to, let's remember why we have a holiday honoring Dr. King. And 2, let's give the kids an opportunity to showcase their talent. But to do that in this event, they can't do that successfully in this event unless they do some studying of what Dr. King did and do some thinking about it, and then they relate it to this year's topic, which this year, as you said, is because of it is the anniversary of the 60 years since the I Have a Dream speech, which was in August of 1963. And so we thought, well, that'll be a good jumping off point. Let them reflect on how would Dr. King react to the 60 years that have unfolded since he gave that speech.
After 60 years, things have, you know, changed, and, you know, the competition itself, you've been MC for almost 30 years. Are you still surprised? Are the kids still blowing you away? And if so, how?
I'm surprised every year. The first year I was surprised because I thought, I just couldn't believe that 4th and 5th graders were so good. And then what surprises me every year is they get better and better and better. And the competition gets closer and closer and closer. Last year, I remember, I was so glad I was not a judge, because selecting the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place finishers among that group would have just been an impossible task for me.
Okay, before we let you go, I'm reading here that you've done the MS 150 bike ride from Houston to Austin a bunch of times.
I have.
And what I think is incredible, you were telling us before this segment, you've been practicing law since 1977.
Are you trying to suggest that I'm old?
Accomplished, perhaps. But I do think it's incredible that when you do you do well by doing good. And you, Claude, seem to be the type of person who, you're very busy in your professional life, but you're always finding time to give back in your personal life, in your off time. And I think that truly encapsulates what Dr. Martin Luther King was really promoting, right? Acts of service, acts of kindness.
Well, I appreciate that. That's probably the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me, seriously, so thank you very much. But, you know, I love it. I love cycling. I love the MS 150. I love our event. I love thinking about how this does commemorate Dr. King's legacy.
And as far as in HISD, we kind of to circle back to the whole idea of the event, how it keeps growing. What would you tell someone who watches this and says, "Oh, I do want my child to be involved," that, or there's a kid out there who's maybe a little intimidated to get involved? I mean, what suggestions or advice do you have for them?
To challenge themselves. If they want to get involved, you know, talk to your parents, talk to your teacher, talk to your drama coach at school, and take a chance. You know, get out there and raise your hand and say that you want to do it, and then be ready to do some work. I mean, Montoya, you'll hear her in a minute. She did some work, but be ready to do that, and then, you know, hopefully you'll reap the benefits.
All right.
All right, Claude Treece with Foley and Lardner, thank you so much.
Thank you all.
And thanks for what you're doing. It's a great competition every year. We're glad to highlight it here on Houston Life.
Thank you very much.
All right, when we come back, we are meeting fourth grader Montoia Murray. She is one of the finalists for the MLK Jr. Oratory competition.
Well, we'll chat with her when Houston Life returns.
Welcome back to Houston Life. It is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and we are taking a closer look at the life of Dr. MLK and his oratory competition, the annual writing and speaking competition, now in its 28th year.
That's right. Now we got a chance to talk to the chair and MC of the event, Claude Treece, and now one of the 12 finalists is with us today. A fourth grader, Montoia Murray, is in studio. Montoia, welcome to Houston Life.
Thank you for having me.
It is my absolute pleasure, and I think it is so cool what you were doing with this competition to be a finalist out of all of those people competing. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel, the competition makes me feel nervous and excited at the same time.
Nervous and excited, and that's a good thing, right? Do you think, Montoia, that being a little bit nervous is helpful? Because it seems like getting up in front of a bunch of people and delivering your work, was it a little bit scary?
It was not scary.
Wasn't scary. So you were ready to go. How did you end up working on writing it? Like, to get the ideas of what you were going to say, did you have help from mom, from your teachers? Do you have a coach?
My librarian, Miss Eaglin, helped me.
Did she really? And you guys kind of worked on it together?
Yes, ma'am.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
That is so nice. I remember my librarian as well. You're 9 years old, is that right?
Yes, sir. I am 9 years old in the 4th grade.
In the 4th grade, okay. And what made you want to enter this competition?
What made me want to enter this competition is talk about Dr. King, what he did in his lifetime, what he accomplished, and what he did to achieve his goals.
When you are, first of all, that's wonderful. I think that's so wonderful.
Very nice.
When you're around all the other kids, because you all have to go up and you give this speech, what are you saying amongst each other? Are you guys, is it a friendly competition? Do you watch the other kids, or do you just think about what you have to do?
I think about what I have to do. I'm focusing on what I have to do.
A true competitor. I really like that. I admire that.
Wow. And Montoia, you seem very focused and very dedicated. Claude, you were mentioning before the break that to be a judge in this competition is a very difficult job because Montoia and her peers are very talented and very smart.
And they are, and it's really, you know, what we judge on is both content. So we pick the topic, you know, the I Have a Dream speech, and how would Dr. King reflect on it after 60 years? And so, you know, have a topic, which hers does. Hers is a really creative, thoughtful speech that does address the topic, and then delivering the speech, you know, your stage presence and your decorum and just the energy that you bring to delivering the speech. So that's what the judges are looking for.
Now, I know that to win anything or to achieve anything, it takes some practice, right? What was your practice schedule like with Miss England? How many times were you guys meeting, and what would you guys do at practice?
What we do at practice, I practice my postures, I practice my stands, my postures, and I work on my speech, what I need to do.
So what does she tell you about your posture? Like, what advice does she give you that you try to remember in your head when you're doing it?
Miss England told me not to stand sloppy.
Great advice. Don't stand sloppy. I like that. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. Don't stand sloppy. Don't stand sloppy. That's pretty solid advice.
Montoya, what do you think you've learned from this competition and through this process? Because it seems like it's a lot of work.
What I learned through this process is learning about Dr. King and what he did and what he did to change the world.
It's a lot.
And what he did to achieve his goals.
Yeah, that's very, very nice.
Really nice.
Hard to believe it's been 60 years since that speech was delivered there, but still, I mean, today his words ring so true. So, what's your plan after 4th grade, Montoya?
What my plan is after 4th grade is
5th grade, probably.
5th grade.
5th grade. That's good. That's good. Well,
And double digits, because 9, you go to 10. That's a big year. It's a lot of pressure.
It sure is. Congratulations on being a finalist, and we hope you'll come back and see us sometime.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you are always welcome.
Can I get a high five?
Montoya
Thank you.
Murray, Claude Treece, thanks to you both, and congrats once again. We
Thank
do
you.
appreciate your time. By the way, we will have a link with more information about this event that'll be posted on the Scene on Houston Life section of our website, houstonlife.tv.